Good morning, Creek. It's Coach Abel here with some long overdue announcements for you guys. I do apologize I haven't been able to get to video announcements over the last week or two. There just hasn't been much to report, and I didn't want to give any kind of false information, so I figured no news was good news, and I didn't want to do anything that would confuse anybody. So we just communicated with Huddle and with the Teams app, and that was it. So there's a little bit more to discuss now that this is a game week, technically speaking. So I want to go ahead and make sure I recorded a video message and send it out to you guys. All right, updates from the KHSAA. Pretty much what I know, you know. We've said it before. We'll say it again. This is a very fluid, fragile scenario. At any moment's notice, this could be taken down. Okay. As of right now, the KHSAA is making plans to move forward with playoffs, and all of our surrounding states have done the same thing: Ohio, Indiana, Tennessee, Illinois. I think only a couple of schools up north have canceled their football playoffs. Doesn't mean it won't happen. So as far as of right now, we're good to go. Okay. And we're going to continue to follow the protocols. And as this becomes a bigger issue, we've had more people that have been exposed to it one way or the other. And we've done a pretty good job. I think we've done a real good job of making sure that we're following the recommendations and doing the things we're supposed to be doing. So we're going to continue to do so. If you have any questions or concern about this, please feel free to give me a call. I would actually prefer you call me, beforehand. So these are things we can plan for if any of your all's plans change as a family. But we're going forward, and we're going to make the best out of this really, really, really terrible scenario. Okay. Speaking of making the best out of a terrible scenario, Mr. Lawrence Tucker is kicking the rear end off of NTI. So nice job, LT. I know it's tough to get out in restaurants, and I'm sure restaurants and bars and whatnot will be the first thing to close down if that's going to happen anytime soon. So when things are a little bit back to normal, you are going to be another guy on my list of dudes to take out and congratulate and reward for doing a great job with NTI. Okay. The schedule this week is very simple. It's Monday through Thursday. It's 5:30 to 7:30 for everybody. We're asking everybody to make sure they dress warm. The temperature has dropped substantially, and I think it feels pretty good outside right now. But obviously, that changes as the sun, sets. So please make sure guys are dressed appropriately. The last thing we would want is for anyone to misconstrue their sniffles and allergies and what have you for COVID-19 simply because they're not being prepared. So make sure everyone's dressed warm. Friday kickoff is at 7:30 at Fern Creek. We're asking players to arrive by 5:30. That might change just by a little bit, just because it is getting darker sooner and it's getting a little chillier sooner than that. So we don't want guys exposed to the outdoor conditions longer than they need to be. But it wouldn't be any longer than 5:45, 5:50, something like that. We want to make sure guys have plenty of time to get their team meal in, get their uniform distributed to them, so forth and so on. Okay. Tickets will work the same as they have been. Every player will be allotted 4 tickets. I'll likely pass those things out either tomorrow or Tuesday, as it has been all season long. If we have extras left over, then throughout the week, guys can come back and grab their extra tickets for you guys and whoever wants to come. And then the day of the game on Friday, you guys as parents and fans show up with your voucher and your ticket and your $10 exact change for that particular ticket. Everything should be pretty smooth. If you're not looking to venture out to the game, if for some reason they tell us no spectators for the playoffs, then we will work on a way of streaming that for you guys between now and Friday. Okay. A couple of things here. I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. Fern Creek Christian Church has always done a great job of helping us out, and they've really, really saved us this year with lack of fundraising due to the virus. So the best thing we can do is offer volunteers, in our place. Time is valuable, and time is the most valuable resource that we can give when we don't have money and resources and things of that sort. With that said, the things that we normally do to volunteer our time were obviously canceled this year. What's not going to be canceled is their Christmas event they host every December. It's outdoors. And I believe this date might be incorrect. I might have to get back with you guys, but I believe it's December 10th is the date. They need about 8 volunteers. I was hoping this would be players with whose parents are comfortable with the scenario. All the protocols are being followed, and it's just a really good thing for us to be able to do, to kind of give back to a group of people that do so much for us. Okay, and on top of it, it's community service, it's service learning hours that the kids need to graduate. And I had a really hard time this year writing scholarship recommendations for these scholarships that are service learning based, because not a lot of our guys are doing community service outside of Fern Creek High School. So there's plenty of benefits to doing it. Hopefully, you guys take advantage of this opportunity. Okay. Second thing on the list there is Amazon Smile. Happy Friday, or excuse me, Happy Friday. Black Friday is coming along here pretty soon. For those of you guys who are doing your Amazoning, please make sure that you hit up Amazon Smile and choose Fern Creek Football Booster Club as your organization. It's a really easy and efficient way for us to get a kickback off all the money you're going to spend on Christmas anyway. So we appreciate that. Lastly, end of the season stuff. We're going to ask all of our guys to make sure that every day they come to practice, they bring all of their Fern Creek football belongings with them. Anything that was issued out, any equipment that was issued, cloth, etc., needs to stay at Fern Creek with them, with the exception, of course, of their cloth. We collected practice pants last week. We've been going in shells most of the time, and we'll continue to do so. Really, that we're talking about the jersey, the girdle, their locks, and then, of course, their helmet and shoulder pads and knee pads. These are things that need to stay at Fern Creek as much as possible. The season could end at any moment, and what we've normally done in years past is we bring the guys in to turn their equipment in sometime after the season. Well, we're not going to be able to do that, but we still have to be able to collect the equipment, take the inventory, get it all washed and sanitized, so forth and so on. So we're likely going to just collect equipment the day that our season ends, whether that's the season ending for COVID or the season ending because of a playoff loss or any of those scenarios. We're going to ask that we do it that day. Okay. That way we're not going to bring these guys in when we don't need to. All right, guys, that's all I got. Hope that was quick enough for you. Hope it's greater than fear. Call me with questions. Let's have a great week. Make the most that we can out of this scenario.